Page 330, the chase. Glance at this music and you'll see the patterns and notes, and you'll learn to recognize them as broken chords and so forth. Yeah, we'll talk about it. It helps in sight reading music, where you can sight read things when you can recognize groups of notes and patterns and so forth. Anyway, I'm going to go through the process I use to learn a piece of music. Let's see what we get. I look it over. It's a page long. It's actually longer than that because of the repeat signs, but I'm only interested in how much music am I going to need to learn. About a page. Treble, bass, clef signs. No sharps or flats in the key signatures, so we're either in the key of C major or A minor. If we look at the last measure at the bottom here, it's a C chord. Let's figure we're in C major, but do the scales and arpeggios for both C major and A minor. If you don't know them, 1 octave is fine. If you do know them, go the 2 octaves, but make sure you do everything I explain in the videos. Don't skip it. And 6/8 time signature, which would explain all the eighth notes going all over everywhere. So those eighth notes beam together in threes. Those aren't triplets because they kind of look like triplets. No, they're actually eighth note, regular eighth notes. Take it one hand at a time, starting with the right hand. Now let's look at these chords. We have a C chord, then another C chord first inversion, then another C chord second inversion. And then you get the 5/7 chord, G7, and then a C chord and a G chord. Okay, and that's what a lot of this is. Now the idea is we got to cover all these notes for the first 2 measures. There are different fingerings available. You'll need different fingerings at different times. The fingering in the book is the one we generally learn first. My problem is you're moving the hand too much because you're moving the hand with each chord. So you're just here, and then here, and here. You're moving it. Scrunch up. Scrunch up. So you're walking on it, and that's fine because we could keep going. Then go down. This is a pattern that's used a lot in music. Another pattern you'll run across sometimes is to, instead of this position, use the extended position and cover 4 notes at a time instead of 3. That way, I'm covering all the notes in the first measure in one hand position here. Now I can move up. So I only moved 1 time. Some pieces you'll need to be able to do that. In this piece, I'm going to stick with the fingering in the book because let's get that down first here. Now in the 3rd line, the chord changed a little bit. It's here. Now that's actually a G7 chord, right? And it's just, and then measure 10 at the end. Now you're coming back up to the extended position. I prefer 4 though. Now, go back up to the top first line on the 3rd measure, the block chords. We have this. I do a 1, 4, 5 here. You can do the 1, 3, 5, but I prefer this. And then a 1, 3, 5, and then a 1, 2, 4. So that's sort of the melody. You can do the fingering in the book if you want. I think that's more dangerous. I'll do this. So, and the counting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. And during the rest, you come back down. Okay. Let's talk left hand. Let's see what's going on here. We start out simple enough. And you come up here. 1, 2. And then you rest. Come back down. Okay. Last 2 measures of the 2nd line. We're up here. And then thumb again. I don't have much choice. I gotta have that note, and that's too much of a stretch, so I'll do that. So I'm using thumb on all of them. Not crazy about it, but okay. And then measure 9, you come down here. Measure 10, that is an F. It's above the 2nd ledger line. 1 ledger line is a C, 2 is an E, and that's right above it's an F. It's that G7 chord, and I use a 4 on the B. Not a 3. Some teachers teach 3, I don't. I teach 4. Then again, now here, for measure 12, if you would like, since there's 2 Bs, put a thumb on the second one. Here. This way you're in position for measure 13. I mean, you can do that if you want, but I like to prepare for what's coming. Even if I have a rest, I still like to prepare for what's coming. So in measure 12, I would do that. A thumb on the last one, that way I'm ready. Yeah. So then I try putting the hands together. Well, it's not bad at the beginning. Just make sure you lift up when you play the G. This comes up when I play the G. And here, same rhythm, and then we do that some more. Now your hands are moving around a little bit, so it could be a little tricky. You have to look down a lot of times when you move, but you're only looking down for a moment. So in this first line, your left hand's starting here, and the third measure's got to be up here. It's got to move. Make sure you get it there before the third measure. So it's here. Right about the second measure, go ahead and get the left hand up here, ready to go. Now, if you go to the second line, both hands have to move here. You may have to practice that. You get 1 beat in both hands from here to here. Practice that. You have to practice that. And then second line, you're here, and in the third line, we got to go here. So I'm going from the end of the second line to the third line. Both hands are moving. They're going opposite directions. If it'll help, in the end of the second line, rather than use the third finger, put thumb on that. Because you can go from 2-4 to thumb. This way, all you got to do is reach up in the right hand to here. And you can do that quickly. Then you can focus on the left hand. So the second line, now I just reach up. I'm ready in the right, so I just focus on the left. If that'll help, that'll do it. Yeah, a lot of times the fingering can make or break a piece. Now in measure 9, as I'm playing this, I got to get the right hand up where it goes. It's got up here, here, and then. So I'm planning these hand moves, and I'll change the fingering to help me out when I need to. So you look down when you need to, and you look at the music the rest of the time. You put the hands together. I already did. Then go back over it slowly and carefully and get rid of the hesitations. And this is in 2 sections again. The first 2 lines is a section. It's got its melody. And the last 2 lines is another section. It's a different melody, sort of. And then it goes back to the first melody again. Okay. So I'd learn the first 2 lines first. No hesitations, and then put that aside and then focus just on the last 2 lines, no hesitations. And once you have that, then go put it together. And once I have that all done, then I think about the articulation, which here it's pretty connected. You're lifting up for the rest. You can't connect these chords. That's fine, don't bother. Just play them as connected as you can. There's no real short staccatos in here. Then the dynamics, and that applies to the melody, which is the right hand. That mezzo forte and moderately loud, whatever you think sort of loud is. This left hand needs to be soft, light. Here. Even though measure 3 and 4 are all chords, I would still like to hear the right hand more than the left. You can play them both the same, though, and actually get away with it. But on the broken chords, we want to hear those. Second line, you're going to echo that slightly. You come down to moderately soft. Measure 9, you're loud. And here it's both hands. You see the hairpin there on what measures 11 and 12? So you're going to go from loud down to about a moderately soft. Here, loud, a little softer, soft. So each group of 3 eighth notes, I just went down a little bit. You have to plan it out. Otherwise, you'll be soft by the beginning of measure 12, and that's too soon. It's too soon. So plan your diminuendo out so you're not sort of soft until till the end of measure 12 at least. And then you go back up to loud. Moderately loud. It's better to get into it and feel it where you can feel these dynamics. You might want to adjust them slightly, just if you feel it slightly different. Because the statement is this. The reply is this. Well, I might feel the reply a little louder or softer than the statement. You experiment. Maybe I play the reply softer, so it's... Or maybe it's the other way around. I play the statement sort of loud and the reply loud. There's different ways of interpreting it. How do you feel it? You can play it all the same, doesn't say anything. Now, as far as the speed goes, it's grazioso, which is what, graciously or something? Again, it's a mood. Don't drag it. That's dragging. Don't go super quick. No. It's somewhere in it. Just let it flow. Natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to go that fast. Don't copy me. If that's your graciously, fine. You do your graciously, I'll do mine. However, once you can play this at least slowly with no hesitations, let's play it together and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. We're not performing it, just notes and rhythms. We will do the repeat. I'll give us 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. 1, 5, rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. 2, rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. 5, rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, repeat. 5, rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, rest.